So guys, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Herd where we have a special guest with us, Grant Haseley from Undead Blocks. How are you, Grant? Really nice to have you here with us today.
Bruno, I'm about as zesty as your shirt that you're wearing today. Thanks for having me on stream.
Thanks, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Really nice to have you here, Grant. Big fan of Undead Blocks. I'm really hyped about the open beta that is coming on the 26th of May, right?
That is correct. Anyone around the world, if you're watching this, you're going to be able to play and enjoy Undead Blocks in our beta form on May 26th.
Okay, nice. So Grant, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the project and with yourself, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your role in Undead Blocks?
Sure. So for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Grant Haseley. I'm the executive director, founder of Undead Blocks. We're here to blow you guys away. We are going to be the world's first AAA FPS play-to-earn zombie shooter. Kill zombies, earn crypto. And we've been working on Undead Blocks since July. We're about 10 months in. And like I said, we're pulling our public beta out on May the 26th to the world. And we took a really unique approach, Bruno, because a lot of these play-to-earn games, what they do is they raise their token, they sell NFTs, and then they sell you a dream and a promise that, you know, they're going to deliver the game and it's going to be everything that you've ever wanted and everything you've ever dreamed of. And we took the exact opposite approach by building the game first, building a community, and now, you know, leveraging those assets in terms of the NFTs as well as the Undead token through our Stake to Mint program. We are just giving you a product that you can physically try and feel and play with your hands before you choose to make an investment. Obviously not financial advice, do your own research, but it's a really unique model and we're really excited to have those fruits be born from our labor.
That's right, guys. We already have a video about Undead Blocks, so you can check it. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to leave the link in the description about the previous video about this project if you want to know more information about it. Now, Grant, why zombies?
It's a really good question. We wanted to lean into Call of Duty. We want to be the Call of Duty of Web3, and we're starting with Call of Duty Zombies. And from our perspective, look, I was a zombies player my whole life. It's something that is really simple, and you don't need to be a professional gamer to play this game. It's more strategy FPS. And especially in these emerging market countries where potentially the internet quality isn't as high as, you know, some other areas, not having to lose a match based on the split-second reactions of trying to kill another player in terms of like Fortnite or PUBG or Halo, it's going to be really good to see, especially for our micro-guilding scholarship model. But I think zombies is interesting. You don't have to speak a language to kill zombies. You look at zombie culture, it's actually exponentially growing. You look at The Walking Dead, lasted 10 seasons. OG COD Zombies, 15 years, 32 maps. Left 4 Dead was one of the greatest video games of all time. So really embracing that culture and allowing people to kill zombies and earn crypto.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I mean, people always loved zombies. I mean, look at like old games like Resident Evil, Walking Dead. I mean, it's a big thing, you know. Actually, there's like people in the United States that they spend their whole lives preparing for a zombie apocalypse in real life, right?
Completely agree. And what's really cool about Undead Blocks is it's FPS, so you're looking at the apocalypse through the first-person perspective. And that's going to allow us to do cool things like generate revenue through advertisements on the skins, on the player cosmetics, on the map itself. And so we really have a unique value proposition there where we can inject outside liquidity into our model. I think most play to earn actually cannibalizes itself, where people are trying to get as much as they can out of the ecosystem until it's dry. And for us to be able to inject that outside liquidity into the system so everybody continues to prosper, I think is going to be really huge for us.
That's right, because you actually have something in your project that I never saw in any other NFT gaming project, which is an in-game currency pegged at 10 cents of a dollar. So that's how you're going to sustain it, right? Through ads and
That's
what else?
correct. So it is, that's an in-game stable reward. We're not listing like a stable coin on a DEX or a SEX. It is an in-game stable reward. When you earn these ZBUX, these GoldZBUX, you're going to be able to swap them for the currency of your choice, whether that's Ethereum or BNB. And we also have some partner coins we're going to be announcing closer to launch. But you can actually get airdropped that currency of your choice. You go to the Wagyu wallet, request a withdrawal, and we'll send it to you. And so that's really important because a lot of these play to earn games, those secondary currencies get manipulated. And even if the game might be fun, it really just kills the vibe because people are just unable to earn serious amounts of money from doing this. And by leveraging all of the different ways we have to generate revenue, not even just through the advertisements and the maps and on the skins, but actually in-game purchases by our free-to-play mode, that really is going to facilitate the earnings for those players that are playing to earn every single day.
That's nice. So you're going to earn GoldZBUX, but only for NFT holders, right?
Correct. And so the GoldZBUX will always be for the NFT holders, but we are going to be offering free to the public tournaments sponsored by large companies. Like, for example, we just today announced a partnership with Volt Inu, where Volt Inu is going to run a tournament for us. We're going to have a skin for them. And that entire weekend, you're going to see their branding all over the map as well as on the skins. And that will be anyone in the public can play. So it's really just a good marketing event where we could potentially get, 50, 75, 100,000 players that say, wow, I want to participate in this game for free because they'll airdrop me something to my wallet. And that's just a way to also generate more demand for those NFTs because people are going to say, wow, I played this, I made $2. I'm really good at this game. Now I'm going to go take the plunge and become an armed survivor.
That's really interesting. So you're going to have like GoldZBUX, right? That you're going to distribute to the NFT holders and also in tournaments. So can you tell me, like, on average, how much can an NFT holder earn in GoldZBUX per day, more or less?
That's a great question. So we're on average, it'll be about $4 a day. We'll be giving about $25,000 a day in GoldZBUX. It's fixed, which allows us the ultimate sustainability model. We know how much cash we need to pay our players. And then you divide that by 6,000 weapon NFT holders on day one, which is our target. And you get to about $4 a day. Now, of course, not everybody's going to make 4. Some people are going to make 10, 15, 20. You could even make up to 1,000 if you participate in one of our daily leaderboards to finish it first. But you could also earn as low as $1. But every NFT holder that comes on and does the bare minimum will earn something. And so then you'll be able to do your own ROI and say, okay, if I'm an average player, how long is it going to take me to, recoup the price of my NFT? And the way we're able to sustain that model is by aligning ourselves with huge partners that we can generate that serious advertisement revenue because we are going to be the first crypto game that is going to be fun to watch on Twitch, Facebook Gaming, Theta, other platforms as well.
Okay, so let's do some maths. So that's like, you mentioned $4 on average per player, right? 6K NFT holders. So that's 24K every day, right? In GoldZBUX. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's just imagine that since we're like in a kind of bearish moment of crypto, that half of those players are like selling that same GoldZBUX. So that's like 12K per day. And you're going to be able to sustain that through ads and tournaments mainly, right?
I think that's a conservative number. We always reserve the right to increase the amount of GoldZBUX we distribute. That is as conservative as we want to be, because also consider in our tokenomics, we have a 27% kill to earn fund where we have over 125 million tokens that are just pegged for kill to earn, where it's pegged for our players just as a backstop, financial backstop. We don't want to use it, but at current market prices, assuming 85 cents for a token, that's currently valued at $90 million. So we have a huge war chest of assets at our disposal. There's also going to be a lot of individuals that are participating in the stake to mint program, where you can actually stake Undead token, lock it for 6, 9, or 12 months. You can earn APY in terms of the token, but you also mint a weapon immediately up front that you could either sell on the open market, you could use it to game, or you could rent it out to someone earning passive income.
Yeah, so that's right, guys. They have this stake to mint program where you actually stake some Undead and you get some NFT that you can later use to earn some GoldZBUX, as you can see in the screen. So talking about NFT collections, you guys have 2 NFT collections, right? It's the Genesis and now the Apocalypse, which is the most recent NFT collection. So if we actually come to OpenSea, we can see that only 69 holders have these NFTs. So what's going to be your strategy in order to incentivize more people to stake to mint?
That's a great question. I will say we are in a bearish market, and when people look at what's happening, I think it's like psychologically, they're like, do I really want to stake? And so from our perspective, it's just continuing to deliver results and showing that, look, our token is stable. Hopefully it is, growing slowly, sustainably, organically. But let's be honest, Bruno, nobody can earn right now. And so once these institutions, those with large scholarships that were potentially playing Axie, Peg Axie, and Phaeton Arena, can physically start earning, and that's even as soon as a month with our pistol speedrun competition, they're going to say, well, do I want to buy weapons on OpenSea, or do I want to stake to mint and get a free weapon pack? And I think a lot of people, a lot of institutions will choose that, where you even see, we have 69 holders, but some of those holders are holding 12, 13, 14 weapons just by staking in the rookie pool. And so that is huge for us because we want to recruit that institutional investment where these large corporations are saying Undead Blocks is the most sustainable play to earn game of all time. It's not even just a concept. They have an actual game with a huge market cap and large backers and lots of sponsorship opportunity. I really think it is going to be more unique. This is pretty much what we expected. Obviously, given that we didn't expect the bear market conditions, when we launched Undead token a week and a half ago, everything just tagged. That's when, the Terra, conspiracy went down. And I think people are still feeling the after effects of that. But once people are physically able to earn, that first day when we offer that $40,000 pistol speed run and people are screenshotting, I made $80, I made $20, I made $5 that day, the world is going to find out about this, and then people are going to start flocking towards it because they're going to say, Undead Blocks is sustainable, I'm going to earn the APY, and then I'm going to get my weapon pack up front and play this game.
That's right. Honestly, I think you guys and every most recent project, you were very, very unfortunate because you're launching your project and all of a sudden everything goes to hell, right? I mean, especially most recent projects, which usually are considered more risky. I think you guys are the ones who are taking the bigger hit here, So a bit of
that is true. I will say the floors on our NFTs are rising. You look at the Genesis collection, our floor has risen as most recently from 0.13. Now it's at 0.12 or 0.2. Even the zombie killer packs went from 1 to 1.2 ETH. And sure, that probably has a little bit to do with the decrease in Ethereum price. But I think that we're starting to march towards the beta, and you have these scholarship, these guilds saying, okay, I got to align myself. I got to get my weaponry for my guilds because, our Twitter activity has never been higher. We were actually, Farmer Nash, who's an influencer, he just tweeted out, what game do you want us to cover? It was Axie, Nifty League, Pixelverse, or Undead Blocks, and we blew that poll out of the water. We even, got more than Axie in terms of the votes. So people are interested in this game. We just can't rush the game development. And so we're still about 4 weeks away from people physically being able to earn for the first time. And I think you're going to see an uptick in activity once we march closer to that date.
Yeah, makes sense. As soon as I think one of the things that usually pump a bit both tokens and NFT prices in NFT gaming projects is when these start to have some utility. So I think you're right. So now more generic questions. Grant, do you think that NFT gaming projects, successful ones, could become a safe haven in a bear market?
I want Undead Blocks to be the safest of the safe haven, where people look at this and saying they have a sustainable, addicting, fun gameplay loop. I'm going to park my funds here. And even when I was at San Diego this weekend, speaking to a couple of funds, actual institutional funds, and they've expressed interest in just acquiring assets to hold in their own Roth IRAs, which is really a unique concept. But they're looking at, I think a lot of institutions are lining up and saying this is going to be a safe haven. I'm also speaking at the Crypto Tax Summit on Thursday in Miami. That shirt would probably go very well for my presentation that you're wearing. And I'm sure the sentiment is going to be the same there, where people don't want to get burned by a game that raises tokens, raises NFTs, and then sells you a pitch or a promise or a dream. And by having the game completely built, finalized with opportunity for huge market cap in terms of daily active users, I really think people are going to look at this and say Undead Blocks is a safe choice.
Definitely, Animoca brands agree with you because you guys got them as your backers, right? That's massive grants.
Animoca is our largest partner, and for those of you that don't know, they're also working with the Bored Ape Yacht Club for their blockchain game called The Other Side, and we're going to be able to lean into them. They've given us a war chest of assets at our disposal, but that really brings the face to the name. I was also just featured on Business Insider, if you want to pull that link up. Business Insider did a feature on Undead Blocks of how we were going to be the Call of Duty of Web3 gaming, and just having a legitimate publishing organization that's large as Business Insider want to cover this game. I think they realize the true magnitude of the scale of what we are trying to accomplish.
Okay, you can show it. Do you have you can share screen if you want.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. It's really cool.
Show us that.
I met this guy. I was actually at an Animoca Brands party in New York City talking about strategy, and he was there covering when Axie had the Ronin hack, and he was really interested in what we were going to do. And so yeah, he wrote an article about us. Let me just share my screen. I'll show you guys. Ex-Goldman Sachs analyst turned Web3 founder broke down the company's unique approach to the booming play-to-earn market. That's me. You can see me in the flesh. So more of these articles are going to start coming out. We've been in touch with some large publications in terms of like an actual publicist sending this out to other news media outlets. So I would anticipate once people are able to earn, and you'll see even here I mentioned they can make about $5 a day, which is about the average, but you could also earn up to $1,000 a day just from the daily tournaments itself. So yeah, if you guys want to check that article out, just Google my name and Business Insider, but that was a really cool feature.
Quite interesting. So Grant, which other NFT games have you been playing lately besides Undead Blocks?
What have I been playing? Just strictly Undead Blocks. Now I will say there's a couple really interesting games coming out. I'll just focus even on FPS. And before I even get started, I think people ask me, are these games direct competitors to us? And yeah, I mean, of course they're competitors, but I want them to do well, because if they do well and they show the future of FPS, people will migrate over to Undead Blocks because they're interested in something like COD Zombies. So Meta Ops looks really cool. I saw there was an EV.io tournament on Fractal. We definitely want to take a similar approach in terms of how we run our tournaments. Obviously, Illuvium is looking good. I know you've had Kieran on your show a couple times.
Yes.
Phantom Galaxy is another one that's looking really good. I see they just went through a Planet sale, raised about $20 million in funding. So those and that's also an Animoca Brands family member. But yeah, those look really cool. I'm really excited and intrigued to see what those look like and what they can accomplish.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So I have no more questions, Grant. Thanks a lot for showing up here today. I'm really hyped about the open beta. I really enjoyed the gameplay actually of Undead Blocks. I think there's potential there for sure. And
Bruno, maybe we can get you playing some of the public beta with your McDonald's outfit on from last week when I was on your show. You'll do a little cosplay. I know there's some cosplay streamers out your way. Maybe we can get you a Big Mac and a double quarter pounder. But thanks for having me as always. If you guys want more info on Undead Blocks, check our YouTube, check our Facebook. Yeah, we're expanding to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Obviously, go to the website.
Yes.
Twitter, we are verified on Twitter, 50,000 followers there. Join the revolution in the gaming movement. And thanks for having me again, Bruno.
Yeah, all links in the description, guys. So Grant, once again, thanks for joining us here today. It was a pleasure, and see you.
See you guys. Thanks for hanging.